if a woman marries to a man, that means that the man has bought the consent of that woman. This is a very colonial era thinking. And in this backdrop, it's very important to have a discussion on marital rape, because we have seen many instances where women modesty, dignity has been harmed, and that thing has been not criminalized in this country. And India is among few countries which has not criminalized the marital rape. Hello and welcome to the in news series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about marital rape and its criminal provisions and what centers has to say in this matter. This session is important for your GS2 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion part. First of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss about the marital rape. After that, we are going to discuss about the legal provisions associated with the marital rape, debates around it, practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to this TI's channel. So before moving to the news part, I have an important announcement. As you already know that this TIS has several branches across the country, and this TIS has launched GSIS Foundation course, and it is of prelims and mains, and classes has been started at various places: Prayagraj 11:30 am, Jaipur 7th October 5:30 pm, Lucknow 16th October 8 am, Karol Bagh Delhi 17th October 8 am, and this is exclusively for the English medium. If you want to know more information about this thing, you can call on to the number 8010440440, 8010440440. And if you're staying nearby, you can also visit to the nearby center. So coming to the news part. So the news is that the center on Thursday, which is of the 3rd of October 2024, told the Supreme Court that marital rape should not be criminalized. And what center says that it will impact conjugal relationship and lead to a serious disturbances. So this news which we are going to cover up in today's session, and that has opened a wide range of debates that why center has did so and what is the argument of the center, why center is taking such kind of the stance, what about the women dignity, what about their modesty, what about their consent, and why marital rape should not be considered as a rape. So here we'll come to the about marital rape. So we must know that what is the marital rape. So it is a simple thing that if a man and woman marries to each other, in that if a man commits and he didn't ask for the consent, and without consent there is a sexual relation and man tries to forcefully to have a sexual relation with the woman, is called as a marital rape. And the contention issue of marital rape remains unaddressed by law in India, and India is among 34 countries which do not have laws related to the marital rape. So coming to the legal provision associated with the marital rape. So according to the section 375 of the Indian Penal Code, that defines that constitute a rape by a man. And apart from decriminalizing marital rape, it mentioned the medical procedures or intervention shall not constitute rape, and there are two exceptions. So the exception 2 of the section 375 of the Indian Penal Code states that sexual intercourse by a man with his wife, and if the wife not be under the 15 years of age, is not rape. But this has been changed, and the age has been changed in 2017, and it has become the 18 years. So we have few legal provisions related to the rape, but there is no particular word mentioned by the marital rape. So if we discuss about the section 376 of the Indian Penal Code, it outlines the punishments related to the rape, which constitutes that the rapist should be given imprisonment up to the 7 years. In some cases it is extendable also, a monetary fine also, life imprisonment also, depends upon the cruelty, brutality, and the victim is of the husband. So there are few exceptions associated with it. If the victim is the husband's own wife and is not below 12 years of age, the punishment is reduced to imprisonment up to 2 years. So what we have seen that here exception has been made for the men and women who are married to each other. So you have this thing that Indian Penal Code has been removed. So what is the new provision? Do we have any act related to it? So Domestic Violence Act 2005. So what this act states that? This act states that enactment of Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act, and it had recognized marital rape as a form of domestic violence. So in this act, marital rape has been recognized as a form of domestic violence and any form of sexual abuse in live-in or marriage relationship. So it has hinted these kind of thing. And this act enables women to seek legal remedies for marital rape, offering an avenue for seeking legal separations from an abusive spouse. So if any woman is going through such kind of thing, in that case, women has authority and women has right to claim that I want a separation from this man because there is a sexual violence and it comes as a part of domestic violence. However, it only provides for civil remedies. So it has been not criminalized in this act also. So what is the question and main bone of contention? The main bone of contention is that marital rape should be criminalized. So here you have this question that under new Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, in which section it has been mentioned. So section 63 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita mentions about this, and that has also kept the exemptions related to Article 375, which has created a huge debate that even new law does not have removed these kind of exception and they do not have a place for women dignity who are married to a man. So here we'll come to the center's argument. So recently we have seen that a bunch of petitions were filed into the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has asked the central government that you have to respond to these kind of the petitions, that what's your stance onto it. And in response to that, the center has argued that demographics of marriage is sui generis. It means that it is a unique kind of thing, and if marital rape is criminalized, it will affect the idea of marriage. It will also hamper the institution of marriage because two people are into the conjugal relationship. So it will also question the conjugal relationship between two persons. And what are the defense to this thing? So the center says that we are not against that if any woman is facing any kind of violence in terms of marriage, whether it's sexual violence, there is provision in Domestic Violence Act, there is a provision in IPC, there is a provision in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So it need not to have a separate law for it, and we are not saying and we are not advocating this thing that women consent is not important. Women consent is important in any form of relationship, but it should not take into this kind of shape, and it should not be a separate law which should criminalize the marital rape. So this is the center's argument related to the marital rape, and because they said that it will attract crime in the nature of rape and it does not have fundamental right to violate the consent of his wife. It means that the center said that a man has no fundamental right to violate the consent of his wife, and they are accepting that we are totally respecting the consent of wives, but it should not be a separate law, it should not be criminalized, and it should not be treated as a rape. It should be treated as outraging the modesty. It should be treated in a different way. We have a Domestic Violence Act, we have a IPC rules, we have a Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita rules, and these kind of sexual offenses should be treated in that manner. So this is the center's argument. So before moving to the question part, why there is so much debates around the marital rape? So why there is so much apprehensions? The apprehension is that so many people said that it will lead to the false cases, because if a woman wants a separation from his husband, maybe there are high chances that women can say that the person has committed marital rape to her and the person will be treated as a criminal. So there are high chances that it will attract the false cases. On the other hand, various women activists, gender activists have this opinion that many times we can see that out of every 3 women, one woman modesty is raised every day, and this is a very serious situation. It should be treated as a rape, and the person should be treated as a criminal, because this is a totally ignored issue. We do have a right for the married women, and if we are violating these kind of things, we are violating the constitutional norms, which says that women's modesty should not be outraged, and there should be the gender equality, which preaches about the equality. It says that women should also have a right to live peacefully and equally. So here it shows the colonial mindset of a government and colonial mindset of any authority. If they are not criminalizing marital rape, it means that they are treating women as an object, that if a woman is married to a man, that becomes a property of a man. So it's a high time that we need a separate law for the marital rape, and it should be criminalized. So these are the several debates which has been outraged, and it has become a very contentious issue in this country. We'll see various judges and various judiciary have a different kind of opinion. We have seen a very split opinion in terms of the Delhi High Court. One judge has asked that it should be treated as a criminal offense. One judge has said that it should not be treated so. So there are so many debates around judiciary also. So we do not have a real idea, but Supreme Court had said that it should be come under the ambit of the rape. So here comes the question: which section of the Indian Penal Code deals with the assault or criminal force to a woman with intent to outrage her modesty? Section 354, Section 498A, Section 354A, Section 354B. So you have to answer this into the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.